Happy Tuesday. If you were here last week, the heart space intention was impermanence. And I felt called to kind of build off of that this week, and speak about how, because life is this finite thing, or a little human experience at least is this finite timeline, we then get to embrace the preciousness of every moment of that life. The reminder of impermanence is a call to hold each moment at our hearts and to cherish each moment, because we don't know how many moments we have. And impermanence, right? The idea that everything is shifting and changing, and change is inevitable, is also this reminder that because of that, right, we have this physical body and this physical state only for a small period of time, right? Our bodies will shift and will change. And so can we embrace the precious moments with all that our physical body is capable of, especially as we move and breathe across our yoga mats in the ways that we do. The call of impermanence and embracing each moment as precious is this reminder that we each have this one human life, theoretically, and to really allow it to not pass us by, to allow it to be constantly showing us the little moments of awe and joy and beauty that are all around us all the time, and sometimes we forget to pay attention to, like cats, so cute. But what I was thinking about this idea of impermanence and embracing the preciousness of our human life, hyphen, is that we go to our yoga classes. Part of it is this like routine thing that we do each week. But if we choose to embrace a different mindset, it can be so much more. It can mean so much more. And so the little moments of waking up on Tuesday morning to set up your Zoom become more important than just like this checklist item. We recognize how precious it is to have this space and this community and this time together, but also your time with yourself this morning. So my Tuesday morning kind of rambly intention is that the impermanence of this life is our opportunity to embrace it in a more mindful way, because it's precious and we get to cherish it. And that is part of this experience, is finding those moments that we can really embrace it. So we're going to start in Shavasana when you're ready. And we'll begin with a little bit of breath and grounding, and then we'll begin to build our flow. So go ahead and lie back and get comfortable. Take a moment to close your eyes if that feels safe. Allow your body to settle into the support of the earth below. And just begin to notice the movement of your breath. As you feel the rise of each breath in, and the release of each breath out. You can be reminded that our breath is that access point to the present moment. And so with every cycle of breath, feel yourself arriving more completely to the sacred space of your practice today, to this precious time that you get to share with your body and your breath. You get to come together as one. Your body is not in one location and your mind another, but you're here in alignment, present. Be deeply aware of the more subtle sensations moving through your body with your breath. You're more aware of the content of your heart and your mind. And that mindful awareness is again another door to the preciousness of each moment. So deepening your breath, allowing your inhales to grow a little bit wider and more expansive. And feeling how your exhales begin to stretch and lengthen in response. Know that at any moment throughout your day, throughout your week, you need that reminder of how precious our life is, how we have the opportunity to cherish every moment, even the more simple routine moments. You know that you have your breath right there with you to help connect you to that mindset. And so bringing to mind maybe one gratitude this morning, just something that in this moment you are deeply grateful for. This doesn't have to be something profound, it can be something simple. Letting that gratitude also set the tone for your practice today, for appreciating the preciousness of life. Just holding that gratitude right at your heart space. Go ahead and take a big breath in through your nose. Then a cleansing exhale to release. We'll take one more just like that. So a big breath in through your nose. And a clearing exhale to let go. And then seal your lips and start to breathe in and out of your nose. And when you're ready, start to find your way into a full body stretch. And reach your hands up and overhead. Maybe spread your fingers and your toes. Maybe circle your ankles and your wrists. And then eventually bring both knees into your chest. And as you draw your thighs in close, take a little rock from side to side. And a big breath to the back of your heart. And on your exhale, you're going to drop your knees over to the left into a gentle twist. Just let your knees stack to the left, let your gaze maybe tip over to the right. And then take a big breath the length of your right side. Just slowly release that breath away. You're going to keep your knees as they are, stacked to the left. We're going to roll onto our left side into fetal pose. So reach your left arm to the back of the room, let your left ear fall into your left bicep, and reach your right hand down for the top of your right foot, coming into a thigh stretch, your modified bow. And then bend your right heel in close to your seat, and then pull your belly to your spine, so you have a little bit of support at your center. Let your right collarbone get really wide across your heart space. Let your tailbone reach forward to the front of your yoga mat. Then take one more breath in. And just slowly release your right leg as you breathe out. We're going to roll onto our back bodies again. Bring your knees into your chest. And then slowly tip your knees over to the right for your gentle twist second side. With your knees to the right, your gaze to the left, just take one slow and steady inhale. And one slow and steady exhale. And same as before, your knees will stay as they are. You're gonna roll towards the right side of your body into fetal pose. As your right ear finds your right bicep, reach your left hand for your left foot and start to create the thigh stretch across your left side. And a little bit of external rotation through your left shoulder as you pull your navel in and stretch your tailbone forward and away. And then think about your whole left thigh bone moving back in space. So not just your knee, but your whole thigh. And take one more breath in. And you're gently release your left leg as you breathe out. Roll onto your back body again. Keeping your knees bent, place your feet to the earth for your bridge pose. And then when you're ready, root down with your feet and begin to lift your pelvis. So using the space that you just created in the fronts of your hips, and that root to rise energy as you press down to the earth with the four corners of your feet. And your pelvis boosts up to the sky. Pull your navel to your spine so you get a stretch across your front line. And think about breathing your pelvis forward and your rib cage back. So you create more space between your upper body and your lower body with your breath. Feel your hamstrings and your glutes begin to light up. And take one more slow breath in. And on your exhale, gently lower all the way down. Feel your pelvis release to the earth. And once your pelvis meets your yoga mat, bring your knees into a 90-degree bend. So you're like an upside down tabletop shape. And reach your hands up to the sky. Your palms face in towards one another. Pull your front ribs down, pull your navel down so your whole back body is completely rooted to the earth. And on your inhale, start to reach your right leg forward to a hover, and then send your left hand overhead. So opposites extend. And pull your belly down and exhale slowly back to your starting point. So right knee to 90 and left hand at the sky. You're gonna alternate sides. Inhale, reach your left leg forward, send your right fingertips up and overhead. Keep pulling your navel down the whole time. Low back is anchored. And exhale slowly back to start, adding resistance in both directions. And inhale, reach through your right leg, stretch through your left fingertips. Navel pulls down, and as you exhale, bring yourself back to start. Good, inhale, lengthen your left leg, reach through your right fingers. Then exhale, take your time, add resistance against yourself as you come back to your starting point. And one more time each side, stretch forward through your right heel, reach through your left fingertips, pull your front body down, down, down. And exhale, navel to spine as you bring it back to start. Okay, last one here, extend your left leg, reach through your right fingertips, full breath in, lengthen. And exhale, back to start. And release your knees to your chest. Take a big breath in. And then cleansing exhale. And start to find your way up to your tabletop pose. And as you find your all fours, you're gonna move into one round of cat-cow. So with your shoulders over your wrists and your hips above your knees, go ahead and breathe into a cow shape right away. Lift your heart. Lift your tail, stretch out your belly. On your exhale, curl to your cat pose, round your spine, your shoulder blades spread wide. Let your head just hang heavy. Then find a neutral spine, so long from crown to tail. You're going to extend your left leg out to the earth in line with your left hip. So the four corners of your left foot come to the ground. Your left leg is just out in line with your left hip. You can either keep your hips high and walk your hands forward, diving your chest down so it's more like an extended leg puppy pose. Or you can walk your pelvis back as you send your hands forward so it's more like an extended leg child's pose. Or you can kind of shift a little bit forward and back in between the two. So as you press the four corners of your left foot into the earth, you're finding a stretch through your inner left thigh. Think about untucking your tailbone to the sky like your cow pose. Again, you can be in movement or stillness. And take one more breath here. And one more breath out. Now keep your left leg extended. Begin to shift your right hip over your right knee and walk your hands back beneath your shoulders. So you're in an extended leg tabletop pose. Push through your hands, engage your belly. Begin to flex your left foot. Use your core and your outer left glute to lift your left foot in line with your left hip. It's going to be really spicy through your outer left seat. You're probably leaning to the right a lot. Try to shift a little bit more weight to your left hand and push your left foot further away from your midline. Using the strength that you're seating your core, send your left leg back into a one-legged tabletop, rotating your left toes to point to the ground. Reach your right hand forward so you're in a spinal balance. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, bring elbow and knee together. Push the earth away. So you bring your right elbow to your left thigh. Good inhale to reach, stretch out long. And exhale to curl elbow to thigh. One more time here, breathe in, reach out against your own resistance. And exhale as you curl and contract to empty your lungs, push the earth away, feel your core light up. And then reach out long one more time as you breathe in. And tabletop pose, release. Go ahead and reach your right leg out to the right. Same thing, second side, bring all four corners of your right foot to the earth. And then again, your hips can be high. You can walk your hands forward and dive your heart down. Or you can melt your hips back so you're in that extended like child's pose. Or you can shift forward and back. Your right quadricep is active as you push the right foot all the way down to the earth. You're opening through your inner right thigh. Okay, begin to shift forward to your extended leg tabletop. So hands are beneath your shoulders, left hip is over left knee. Engage your belly, flex your right foot, and start to lift your right foot in line with your hip. Lean more to your right hand. Press your right foot away from the midline. Feel your outer right glute really, really strong. Take one more breath in. And then start to find your way into your spinal balance and your right leg back. Reach your left hand forward on your inhale. And bring elbow to thigh as you exhale. Navel to spine, breathe it in to reach out. Use your strong core, exhale, curl in, and you're adding resistance against yourself in both directions. One more time, inhale to reach, lengthen, lengthen. And exhale to curl. And as you inhale, extend one more time. With your exhale, back to your tabletop pose. Tuck your toes underneath and hover your knees just above the earth. You're hovering tabletop pose. Push through your hands to pull your front ribs in. And push through your toes to draw your belly to your spine. Take a full inhale here. On your exhale, empty all the breath from your lungs. So you feel your core light up a lot. Feel that connection to your core at the bottom of your breath. And keep that strength to your belly and find your downward facing dog, hips to the sky. You're gonna reach one heel to the earth and then the other, just pedal it out a little bit. And then with your next breath in, lift your right leg to the ceiling, find your three-legged dog. Stay here as you exhale, flex your right foot and square your pelvis. And then bend your right heel to your booty so it's like a donkey kick. So your hip is square down to the earth. Instead of like a dog at a fire hydrant, you're more like that donkey shape. Feel your right heel, your right knee lift to the sky with a big breath in. It's going to be spicy through your left hamstring. And on your exhale, bring your knee to your nose, shift forward. With an inhale, take a one-legged plank, pull your belly in, reach your right leg back. And exhale, knee to nose, draw your thigh forward again. Three-legged dog, breathe your right leg up to the sky. And your exhale, step your right foot forward in between your thumbs. Lift up to your fingertips, and then as you breathe in, dip your left knee to a hover for your cow lunge. And as you exhale, you're gonna lengthen your legs into your cat lunge, your hamstring stretch. And then rebend into your front knee. Turn all 10 toes to the left, so you're facing the long edge of your yoga mat, and bend your left knee for your side lunge. You're gonna add in a twist, take your right fingertips to the earth, and twist your heart to the left as your left hand reaches to the sky. So you're turning to the back of your yoga mat. You're in a side lunge, your left knee is generously bent. From here, turn to the left, low lunge to the back of your yoga mat, and step forward to a forward fold. Your right foot meets your left. Lay your head hang heavy for a moment, find some softness through your knees. And then with an inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen through your spine. On your exhale, forward fold, release. Big breath in, rise all the way to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. At the top, take your left hand and grab onto your right wrist. Lean to your left for a side body stretch, opening through your right ribs. Your in-breath is going to lengthen you up through the center, and then switch your grip and tip over to your right side body stretch, second side. And big breath in, rise tall again. Then exhale, forward fold, soft knees, hinge forward at your hips. Then a halfway lift on your inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, and step back to your high plank as you exhale. And we're gonna pause here as we breathe in together. And stay as you breathe out. Next, inhale, shift forward to your tippy toes. And exhale, lower slowly to the earth. Let your elbows go straight back. You're wrapping your elbow creases to face forward. So your biceps and your triceps light up. Untuck your toes. Inhale to a low cobra, lift the back of your heart space. And on your exhale, lower right back down. Inhale to a low cobra, a high cobra, or all the way to upward facing dog. Big breath in, your heart opening of choice. And we'll meet in downward facing dog as you breathe out. Feel your low belly. Lift your pelvis up, and then tuck your toes at the top. Your next inhale lifts your left leg to the sky in your three-legged dog. Use your exhale to flex your foot and square your pelvis. Bend your left heel to your booty and pause here for a moment. So you're in this donkey kick shape. Hip is square. Pull your navel and push the earth away. Take an in-breath. Use your exhalation to bring your left knee to your nose. Shift forward. One-legged plank, press your left heel back as you pull your navel in. And exhale, knee to nose again. Three-legged dog, reach your left leg to the sky with a big breath in. And then place your left foot forward on your exhale out. Go ahead and breathe into your cow lunge, dip your right knee to a hover, extend your heart forward. And then exhale to your cat lunge, find the extension of your legs, your hamstring stretch. And you bend into your front knee again. You're turning all 10 toes to the right, facing the long edge of your yoga mat. Bend your right knee for your side lunge. And go ahead and add your twist. Left hand low, turn your heart open to the right as your right hand reaches to the sky. And rotate a little bit more. And spin forward to the top of your yoga mat, low lunge. Your left foot's gonna step to meet your right, bend your forward fold. And inhale to your halfway lift, lengthen. And exhale to release, dive down. And inhale to rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. On your exhale, goddess, your arms soften your knees, let your elbows open wide, lift your chest. Breathe in, extend your fingers to the sky, grow tall. And exhale to fold back to the earth, Uttanasana, forward fold. Breathe in to lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale to your high plank, take a big step back. Stay as you breathe in. And hold for your exhale out. Good inhale, forward to your tippy toes. Knees up or down, lower halfway or all the way for your chaturanga. And open your heart up, dog or cobra. And from your low belly, downward facing dog, pike your pelvis up to the sky. And at the very last moment, tuck your toes. Take a big breath in through your nose. Then exhale out of your mouth. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Keep your hips square. On your exhale, donkey kick your right heel to your seat. Pause for your inhale. Bring your right knee to your nose as you exhale. One-legged plank, breathe in, reach your right leg back. Right knee, right tricep as you breathe out, open your hip a little bit. Three-legged dog from your center strength, reach your right leg to the sky. And then step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Okay, find your feet about hips distance apart, and as you're ready, rise all the way up, high crescent lunge, big breath in. We'll exhale to warrior two right away, let your left heel anchor down. Stay heavy with your right thigh bone, and inhale, reverse your warrior. Right hand reaches to the sky. You're gonna exhale to side angle, swim forward, send your left hand up tall. And then reverse your triangle, push down with your right foot, and lengthen through your entire right side. Turn all 10 toes to the long edge of your yoga mat. Bend your left knee for side lunge or skandasana. You can bring your hands to your heart. You can either sink to your side lunge, or maybe drop a little bit lower and flex your right toes to the sky. Spread your wings open wide with a big breath in. Low lunge to the back of your yoga mat, spin to your left as you breathe out. Step to your chair pose next. Right foot's gonna meet your left. Get low to your seat and then slowly rise up through your heart and hands. And settle in with your exhale. And take an extra inhale, really proud of your chest space. Airplane your arms as you empty your lungs. And shift your weight to your left foot. Come to your right to be tall. And we're going to flamingo our right heel to our seat. And then slowly rise up with your right leg to your one-legged Tadasana. Flex your right toes to the sky. Take a moment to find some stability. Your right hand is going to grab your left wrist. You're going to engage your belly a lot. You're going to take a baby side bend over to the right. You don't have to go very far. Your right knee is lifted and your side bending to the right, getting space along your left side. And then inhale, grow tall through your center again. And exhale, take a twist to the right. Sweep your right hand back and reach your left hand forward. Okay, take one inhale here. Now going super slow motion, we're going to find an airplane pose next. So find a little softness in your left knee. Really slow, just inch by inch, start to fly your right leg and both your arms beside you. And take a big breath in here. And then gently step to your crescent lunge, release your right toes down. Use your inhale to lift your heart up tall. And then goddess your elbows open wide. On your next breath in, reach your hands to the sky. And exhale your hands down to the earth to frame your left foot. Engage through your belly, three-legged dog. Inhale your left leg to the ceiling. Keep your hips square and exhale, bend your left heel to your booty like a donkey kick. Stay for your inhale. Left knee to your nose as you exhale, shift forward. One-legged plank, breathe in, reach your left heel back. Left knee, left tricep as you breathe out, open your hip a little bit. Three-legged dog, send your left leg to the sky with an inhale. And then your left foot forward as you exhale. Set up for your high crescent lunge and then mindfully press through your feet and rise all the way up. We'll spin open to warrior two, let your right heel release to the earth. And then left thigh bone gets heavier as you inhale to reverse your left hand to the sky. Okay, side angle, exhale your way forward. Keep the length of your left side as you open your heart to the right. And then reverse your triangle, lift all the way up, big breath in. Bend all 10 toes to the long edge of your yoga mat. Bend your right knee for side lunge or skandasana, hands to heart. Inhale to spread your wings open. Exhale, low lunge to the right to the top of your yoga mat. We make our way back around. Step to your chair pose, left foot meets your right. Get low through your seat, lift your heart in your hands. And exhale to arrive. Maybe sink a little bit deeper if you have that space available. So your hip creases reach back by pressing your heels down and forward. And then let your hands fall beside you, airplane wings. You're going to lean to your right foot and come to your left tippy toe this time. And as you're ready, start to rise up with your left leg, one-legged Tadasana. Engage through your center. And grab your right wrist with your left hand. Strong through your core, you're tipping over to the left just a little bit. Give yourself one more moment to feel the side bend in your balance. Focusing your gaze for stability. Then inhale, tall through your center. Use your exhale to twist the left. Go slow, slow, slow. Left hand's going to reach back, right hand reaches forward. Feel your heart extend up to the sky, your crown get a little bit taller. Full breath in, and then you're taking as much time as you need to find airplane pose on your exhale out. So we start to fly forward. Reach your left leg behind you. Give yourself one full breath in. And then crescent lunge, left toes land as lightly as you can. Your inhalation lifts you up. And then goddess, your elbows open wide. Use an inhale to reach your fingertips to the sky. And exhale your hands down to the earth. Step back into your high plank pose. Hold for your inhale. And stay as you exhale. Now, big breath in, shift forward to your tippy toes. Vinyasa or down dog, move to your chaturanga of choice. Or just go directly to your downward facing dog. Find a child's pose or stay in your forearm plank, your down dog or a dolphin pose. It's going to take 3 slow cycles of breath together. Taking a big breath in through your nose, fill your lungs. On your exhale, maybe an open mouth exhale to release, let your breath go. Then 2 more like that, a big breath in, fill up. And exhale out, let it go. And just one more time, deep breath in. And a cleansing exhale. Okay, we're gonna make our way back to downward facing dog if you're not already there. As you make your way back to your down dog, you might also take this transition time to come back to your gratitude, to come back to the reminder of the preciousness of this time, the gift of your yoga practice. You need 60 minutes to be in deep connection to your body and breath. When you are ready, use an inhale to lift your right leg to the sky, find your 3-legged dog. Exhale to bend your knee, this time open your hip, allow your hip to open. Stay or step into a wild thing. You bend your right toes behind you. Little micro bend through your left elbow, with your shoulder blades help to lift your heart open to the sky. Big breath in. On your exhale, 3-legged dog, land your right hand, lift your right leg to the ceiling, take an inhale. Knee to nose is your exhale. 1-legged plank, take a big breath in. Right knee, right tricep as you breathe out. There's an add-on here. Left hand is your base. We're going to a side plank. Step your right foot back and reach your right hand to the sky. Full breath in. Boost your hips up and away from the earth with your exhale. Look forward to the top of your yoga mat. Pull your right knee into your heart space and use your core to step your right foot forward. We're going all the way to a high crescent lunge. You can help your right foot forward if you need to, and then rise all the way up. Big breath in. On your exhale, warrior two, open out wide. And inhale to reverse your warrior one time. On your exhalation, hinge forward to your side angle. With your inhalation, reverse your triangle. Once again, right leg long, right hand reaches. Find your way into a star pose. Turn all 10 toes forward, reach both hands high. And make your way to goddess squat. Bring your heels in and sink down low. Then take your hands out wide like wings. Now once you find your goddess on inhale, you're gonna reach your left hand towards the back of your yoga mat. And you're also gonna reach forward through your right fingertips to the top of your yoga mat. And then 2 more times, big breath in, stretch over to the left. And exhale to the right. 1 more time, inhale left. And exhale, reach it to the right. And then inhale back to center. On your exhale, wide-legged forward fold, turn your toes forward and dive down. Breathe in to lift up halfway. On your exhale, bend your left knee, side lunge. Adding the twist, right hand low, left hand at the sky, take 1 inhale. And then rotate to your left, low lunge as you exhale. Listen, you're gonna push through your left foot, engaging through your belly. We're going to start to rise all the way up with our right leg. So you can start to lift your heart and your hands through Crescent Lunge first if you want, or you can keep your hands low. We're going to pull our right knee into our body and rise all the way to stand. You're in a one-legged Tadasana with your right knee lifted. Take an inhale. On your exhale, twist to the right, sweep your right hand back and your left hand forward. If you'd like to, you can extend your right leg long. Use your quadriceps to lift your toes. To lift your heart too. Big breath in. We're going to either airplane or warrior three, so you can decide to reach your hands forward in front of you or back beside you. Whether your hands are reaching forward or back, take 1 breath in. Crescent lunge, we release our right toes on our exhale. Again, inhale to lift through your heart. Elbows right, goddess, your arms open through your front body. And then breathe in, stretch tall to the sky. Exhale, rise your hands down to the earth. 3-legged dog, your inhale lifts your left leg up. Bend your knee, open your hip with your exhale. Stay or wild bend, maybe step your left toes behind you, opening through your heart. Full breath in. Moving back to our 3-legged dog, exhale to land your left hand. Deep inhale reaches your left leg. Knee to nose as you breathe out, pull your shoulders out of your ears. 1-legged plank, take a big breath in. Left knee to your left tricep on your exhale. Side plank, right hand is your base. Step your left foot back. Reach your left hand to the sky. Full inhale, pike your hips away from the earth and then look forward to what is the new front of your yoga mat towards your right hand. Pull your left knee towards your chest. And as slowly as you can, take a big step forward with your left foot, headed to your high crescent lunge. Good, maybe you help your left foot there and then you rise up. When you're ready, spin open to your warrior two. And settle in and inhale to reverse left hand to the sky. Going back to side angle, exhale forward. And to reverse triangle, inhale, lift and lengthen up. Star pose, all 10 toes forward, reach both hands to the sky. And goddess squat, bring your heels and sink down low.
All right, welcome to my beginner channel and thank you for signing up.
Once you adjusted your feet, go ahead and reach your arms out wide. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, pull your front ribs together. We're going to inhale to the right first. This time, reach to your right fingertips. Then exhale, reach all the way over to the left as far as you can, rooting through your right foot. Breathe in, reach to the right. And breathe out, take it to the left. One more time, this can be as fluid as you want. Inhale to the right. And exhale to the left. And breathe in back to center. Wide-legged forward fold, tip down to the earth. We'll inhale to a half lift, begin to lengthen your spine up halfway. As you bend your right knee for your side lunge, twist your right hand to the sky. So left hand low, right hand reaching tall. Take a full in-breath. And then rotate to your right to the top of your yoga mat on your exhale. Now strong with your right foot. You can keep your hands lower, or you can move to a high crescent lunge first. We're going to bring our left leg all the way with us to stand. So drive through your right foot. Try not to launch yourself forward. Use your belly strength, your strong right leg to pull yourself forward. Once you find your way into your one-legged Tabasana, pause for an inhale. And twist to your left as you exhale. Again, invitation to lengthen out your lifted left leg. Tall and proud, take a big breath in. Your choice, airplane or warrior 3 as you exhale. So your left leg floats back. You can reach both hands out in front of you or both hands back beside you. Inhale down through your right leg to find some buoyancy. And exhale, crescent lunge, left toes release. Breathe in to lift up through your heart and your hands one more time. Then goddess your elbows wide. Inhale to the ceiling. And exhale your hands down to the earth. High plank pose, right foot meets your left. Pause for your breath in. And stay as you breathe out. Inhale forward. Exhale Vinyasa or down dog. So maybe take a chaturanga. Maybe you skip it this round. We'll all be back in our downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Take a deep, deep breath in through your nose. And then cleansing exhale out of your mouth. Then sweep your right leg to the sky with a breath in. Step your right foot forward on your exhale out. You're going to lower your left knee down to the earth. And we're going to take a half split here, working into our hamstrings a little bit more. So as you lengthen your right leg, walk your fingertips back. Maybe scoot your right foot a little forward. Flex your right toes to your face. You can have some softness in your knee if you want. Then untuck your tailbone like a cow spine and reach your heart forward. Feel your hip creases pulling back. As you flex your right toes to the sky, maybe take a little windshield wiper with your right toes to the right. And back to center. Then inhale, right toes to the right, a little windshield wiper, it's probably pretty spicy. And exhale back to center. Keep flexing your right foot and take your right toes to the right. And back to center. Now when we bend into our right knee, we're going to walk into a half pigeon pose. So wander your right ankle across to the left. Flex your right ankle and lower into your half pigeon. The more you work your right shin bone parallel to the top of your yoga mat, the more sensation you'll get. Okay, so your shin bone can be a little bit more bent, but if you need more sensation, if you're not receiving a big stretch and you can just melt all the way down to the earth easily, maybe you start to bring your right shin bone more parallel to that short edge and challenge yourself to maintain the integrity of your square hips. Then you might begin to go forward. And if you keep that integrity of your pelvis, you might not lower as far down, and that's okay. Continue to push the pinky edge of your right foot into the earth and your right shin bone down into the ground. Your shoulders slide out of your ears, and then take 3 more breaths here. And after your third breath, you're going to push the earth away. As you rise up, lean to your right booty cheek and turn to face the long edge of your yoga mat into a straddle, a wide straddle. We're going to untuck your booty from underneath your sits bones so you can feel your sits bones connected to the earth. Flex your feet, and then with an inhale, reach your hands to the sky. As you exhale, dive down any amount. So reaching forward, feel your hip creases pull back. We'll just be here for about 3 cycles of breath. So you might only go forward an inch or so, maybe you go forward all the way to the earth, maybe it's somewhere in between. Take one more big breath in. And one more slow breath out. And then you can stay longer, or if you're ready, push the earth away, we rise up. We're going to bend our knees and bring our knees towards our chest. Give yourself a little hug, and then place your feet to the earth, knees bent. We're setting up for a reverse tabletop before we go to second side. So hands to the ground, fingertips facing your seat. Push through your feet and lift your pelvis up to the sky. Maybe allow your head to fall back. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, let your seat find the earth first. And then lift your head. Turning to the back of your yoga mat, just spin into a downward facing dog. Land your hands, step your feet back. Give yourself a little bit of moment to find some length. Once you've taken a little moment here, inhale your left leg to the sky. Your exhale is going to step your left foot forward, just a big step to the top with your left foot. Release your right knee to the ground and find your half splits. Lengthen your left leg out. You might have to walk your hands back or walk your left foot forward. Give yourself a moment to adjust. And then flex your left toes to your face. Find your cow spine energetically. It might not look like your cow spine like you take in your tabletop, just the action of sending your hip creases back and your tailbone up. Your heart forward is going to help create more length through the left leg. Now keep your left toes flexed to your face. And then inhale, tip your left toes to the left like a little windshield wiper. And exhale back to center. Again, inhale, left toes to the left a little bit. Doesn't have to be very far. Probably won't go very far. And exhale back to center. One more time, inhale your left toes to the left. And exhale back to center. Now we'll bend into our front knee and start to find our way into our half pigeon pose. So please scoot your left foot across the right edge of your yoga mat. Lower your left shin bone down. Adjust as much as you need to. Again, over time, you're working your left shin bone more parallel to that short edge of your yoga mat. As you flex your left foot, press your pinky toe edge of your left foot into the earth, and then maybe lower your heart forward. Continue to hug your right hip forward and your left hip crease back, and then take your 3 slow cycles of breath. Take one more breath in. And one more breath out. And then start to push the earth away. And as you rise up, you're going to tip to your left booty cheek. Turn to the long edge of your yoga mat and send your legs out wide with that straddle shape again. We're going to do something a little bit different this time. So with your legs out wide, flex your feet. Take your hands to frame your right thigh. This might be your fingertips, this could be your palms. You're going to push down with your hands, engage your belly. You're going to pulse your right toes up to the sky for 3. Lift your right leg for 2. Lift and pause for 1. Pause, pause, pause. Take a breath in. And exhale, release your right leg down. I do the same thing, second side. So hands frame your left thigh, either fingertips or palms. Push into your hands, engage your belly, flex your left toes, take a big breath in. Your exhale, lift your left leg off the earth for 3. Pulse your left toes to the sky for 2. Last one, lift and pause. Lift, 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 stay for your breath in. And exhale to release. Last set, bring your hands through center. You can be on your fingertips or your palms. Push into your hands, take a big breath in. On your exhale, flexing your toes to the sky, lift your legs for 3. They might not go very far for 2. Good, and last one, and pause. Stay for your inhale, big breath. And exhale, lower your legs, nice work. Bring your hands to behind your knees and bring your knees back to center. Sitting up for one more reverse tabletop, plant your hands by your seat, fingertips pointing towards your seat. If you prefer to do a reverse plank, you can send your legs out long instead. Take a big breath in and exhale, lift your pelvis. If you're in the reverse plank, you're pointing your toes forward to the earth as you lift your hips. Your head might lean back. Wherever you are, take one more breath in. And exhale, sink your seat down. Head is last to lift. This time, just turn to face the top of your yoga mat. We're gonna lower all the way down to the back of our bodies. So flexing your feet into the earth, creating your heel anchors, reach your heart and your hands up high. Take a really big breath in. And on your exhalation, use your core strength to slowly hinge you back. Maybe your hands stay overhead for part of the way. And then when you need their counterbalance, you can reach your hands forward. Begin to round slowly to the earth. Maybe your heels slide a little bit closer. And you'll reach into a full body stretch as you arrive. Big breath in. On your exhale, bend your knees into a bridge setup. Push through your feet and breathe into your bridge pose, pelvis to the sky. Then stay as you breathe out. Maybe press through your triceps and slide your shoulder blades a little bit closer together as you take your 2 breaths here. Good, just one more breath in. And then exhale to release. The soles of your feet come together, let your knees fall open wide. Take one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Slowly inhale through your nose. And exhale either out of your nose or out of your mouth, let it go. And 2 more just like that, a deep breath in. And an exhale to release. And then one more time, breathe in. And breathe out. You would like to stay in your butterfly shape longer, Supta Baddha Konasana. Feel free to stay here. Otherwise, start to bring your knees into your heart. One more squeeze to your center. Maybe curl your nose up to your knees, taking a big breath into the back of your heart. Then as you breathe out, release into your final relaxation, into your Shavasana, arms and legs long. Of course, if you prefer to rest in another shape, you can rest wherever you like. But allow yourself to settle in. Allow the earth to hold you up. And for these last few minutes of your practice, allow everything else to fade away. Let your breath bring your attention back to this moment. And just feel yourself right here, right now, your body resting on the earth. Feeling your physical body, the movement of your breath. Maybe the mindful awareness of what's present in your heart and the contents of your mind. And we come to accept the fact that we have this finite time to experience this precious life. And even the simple, more routine moments become special. They become something to cherish. That cup of coffee that you might have every morning becomes a little bit more beautiful and full of joy. We are less likely to take things for granted and to let our lives pass us by. But instead, we recognize the importance of holding it all in our hearts, taking time to pause and appreciate the small moments, as well as the bigger, more awe-filled moments, the more unusual and exciting moments. Recognizing that each offers the other context and meaning. And so allowing the little moments of your day-to-day to feel really precious. Little things like the feeling of your breath in your body and the steadiness of the earth below to feel precious. And if you're ready to bring movement back in, start with your fingers and your toes, your ankles and your wrists. Just cherish those little movements. The ability of your fingers, your toes, your ankles, and your wrists to move freely. Maybe take a big breath in and reach your hands up overhead to a full body stretch. And then as you breathe out, you can either bring your hands to your heart right away, If you want to, you can make your way up to a comfortable seat. With your eyes closed and your hands gathered right at the center of your chest, your heart space, we take this final moment of pause to recognize the time and the intention that you devoted to your practice this morning. Acknowledging this time that you took to move with mindfulness and with purpose, and to cultivate a more intimate connection with your body and your breath. We also pause in deep gratitude of the ancient roots of this practice, the practice that brings us together to move and breathe as one. And so to honor our time together, we'll take one more clearing breath. Take a really full inhale through your nose when you're ready. Then one more cleansing exhale to release. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our practices serve as our individual teachers, leading us to live more authentically and to love more deeply each and every day. Thank you so much for showing up this morning, for sharing your practice with this little virtual community, and namaste.